If you are looking for a chemical-free way to get rid of weeds, a propane weed burner is an option. These cool garden gadgets promise to incinerate weeds, easily removing them from your yard without needing to spray the plants or dig them up. After buying a weed burning torch and trying it out, we have to admit they do work, but there are some limitations. So we're going to show you our before and after videos of using a propane weed burning torch. So this is how you use a weed burner. You are going to use the hose and attach that to your propane tank. Make sure that it is nice and tight. Then turn on the propane, and then on the handle there will be an igniter switch. And so you will press that, and then the flames will start coming out the end in order for you to start burning weeds. Now, after using one of these weed burners, we discovered the pros and cons of this yard maintenance tool. We'll let you know when you should use one of these and when you shouldn't, because there's actually a lot of reasons why you shouldn't be using one of these. But first of all, we're going to show you what it looks like with us actually using these on weeds. On the patio with concrete pavers, this worked fabulously. We were so excited and thought this was going to be the answer for this huge patch of weeds that we have in a spot by the road. This place just grows weeds like crazy. No amount of weed killer has been able to touch this patch. So we thought it would be quick and easy to use a propane weed burner. Honestly, was one of our last resorts in trying to get rid of all of this stuff. So these little fern type weeds, it really worked on quite well. Within a matter of seconds, was able to be burning those weeds and getting rid of large patches of them. They're the type of weeds where if you tried to spray it with a liquid, it would have taken forever in order for it to be coated. Now these flatline weeds, they didn't really seem to be affected too much by the propane torch. So it was more the tall wispy weeds that were killed easily. The flat ones, not so much. And you can see that all throughout the area. So again, these flat ones not really being killed too much, but the tall ones were. And that is one of the problems with this item, is that these low flat growing weeds, as you'll see in a minute, honestly weren't affected too much at all by burning them. So we did this entire strip of rocky soil. There was no wood chips or pine mulch around this specific area, which that is one of the cons of using this, is that you would not want to have wood or anything dry that could catch on fire around the area, because this throws off obviously a lot of heat and flames, and then there's going to be flying embers from whatever you're burning. So after we used it, all of these weeds still look like this. This was after going up and down that strip with the hot propane weed torch. Still didn't get rid of the problem, and now we have a lot of smoky, sooty ash. So really wasn't thrilled with that. And then even like ones like this, we did that with the propane weed burner. It's still standing. Didn't get incinerated. But this is what the large patch looks like now. So it's like half dead, half burned stuff. Did take care of a lot of it, but not really effectively. As you can see, again, some of this was incinerated. Some of it, the plants are still remaining, and now they're just like half charred and half green. Could have spent a little bit more time on it, but like the sooty ash that resulted and the amount of smoke that was coming off of this weed burner just prevented us from using this really extensively. So yes, this could really work. I think it's especially great on concrete pavers and patios. Is it the answer in your yard and lawn? No, absolutely not, because it's going to burn a lot of the plants around it. And if you use wood mulch, it's obviously not going to be an easy thing to use, because you would not want to ignite that mulch that is going to be around your garden beds. Now, I will put a link in the description below for the type that we used. It isn't an inexpensive option because you do have to use propane, but it might be the best option for one of your unique needs. Just let me know if you've ever used one of these tools in your own yard.